Oscar, um, obviously a week away from games, kind of a little break for the players as
Uh,
well. Just how as cathartic is it just to kind of get them away, get them to come back and kind of get refreshed a bit?
uh, we have rest a couple days, a few days, actually, with the players uh, as a break, and I think all the clubs in MLS did it, so we're good. The boys came back with a normal routine, and what I see now is a good mood from there. They are committed with the training and getting back to the duties and preparing our game against San Luis, going away, and also have this short time to prepare our game against Cincinnati. So we are in that mode now, on overloading things and trying to prepare the game the most we can.
Trying to focus on this week, just having the time and, uh, you know, as you said, 2 games this week, but just last week, heading into this week, what have you kind of tried to focus on the most?
Right. The most important was recording the players in that first phase of the week, trying to get that energy back since we have made in this first 2 weeks of June, not much, but the May was wild and many games. So trying to recover them was the first objective, and after concentrate on our regular work here and prepare our games against San Luis after the good result we have in in Colorado. So we're good. It's kind of to keep going in that mode.
When you look at St. Louis, just what have you kind of seen from them? Obviously, you don't have
Uh-huh.
a lot of experience
I know.
playing against them. They're still a
Uh-huh.
fairly new team, and you've only played them once. So, just what have you kind of seen from them, and what are you kind of expecting on Wednesday?
Uh, from San Luis, a team that, as you mentioned, we regularly now don't play it is their conference, but we follow them. In the last 3 or 4 games, they have changed the coach, even though it's a coach who has been within the system. So we try to capture what are the modes now that they're doing, what are the structures, how they play, and trying to merge into the game, but having the context of the rival as we always do, but now even more with a team that we don't know much, and also keep preparing our ways and keep insisting that if we impose our ways in the game is what we're looking for.
Profe, you guys go into now the second half of the season, obviously with some rest after you mentioned the wild month of May. How important is the second half of the season going to be? You guys are pretty high up in the Eastern Conference standings. You mentioned you wanted the Kyle Smith, and you even mentioned it about a month ago that the team has that aspirations to finish as the Porter Shield. But what are you guys hoping to accomplish? This obviously the second half of the season.
Right. Well, first of all, uh, our intention always is prepare the game to win the MLS Cup, that we can be not just in that final and take the club to those stages, but win the trophy. But to get there, you have to accomplish other objectives first. Is as we have done in the first phase of the season, trying to maintain ourselves in a good possibilities to fight for those first spots. Now try to reach it in this second half. Uh, there is now too much distances and among the teams, but we want consistency. We want to escalate in the standing and give us the opportunity, the legitimate opportunity to fight for Super Shield if it's possible. So, of course, we are all focused on putting the team in that stage.
Has it helped a lot that you had all three DPs contribute this year? I don't think we've ever seen in the history of this club all of its DPs contribute like we've seen this year. But not only the DPs, it seems like this year it's been a collective effort because we've seen the midfields, how they've been contributing, the defense as
Right.
well, Pedro as well. How has this been really a collective effort this year when you put everyone that's been involved so far?
It's true. The contribution that we have received from the guys, I want to call them the heavier guys in our roster, has been very good. They understand. understand very well the responsibilities that we have to lead this group towards the final objectives that we have. So we're happy. The production at front has been pretty good. Now we have, as we mentioned at the beginning, we need to get consistency on that, and especially in the second half where we're trying kind of to stretch the team from the other ones and fight for the first spots, and no doubt that we need those guys and a good form.
We go now June, and then July is already next week. Already, next month, obviously the second transfer window in MLS opens up.
Mhm.
I spoke with Ricardo about a week and a half ago.
Right.
And he mentioned if the team needs to be active, they will go. And I think he mentioned two players that you guys up to one or two players you guys go for. But when you look at the roster, I mean, how have those conversations been like? Do you see this team wanting to sign more players in this upcoming window?
I think it's a good idea to think of the needs of the group and somebody who can push us a little more. But we always preach here that it has to be the right name and the right player who made that contribution, because we have a very united group here. The other part is that we are using a lot of our home grounds as a depth in the group, and so far has been good. I think they have receiving opportunities and they are more consistency within the roster and the training. Every day they are with us. So if we are in that mode, we're good. If the club support us as they always do, bringing somebody that can push us, it will be very welcomed as well.
Just when you look at St. Louis, obviously they've kind of prided themselves on the atmosphere that they've been able to produce. What have you kind of just seen from, the stadium you're going to be going to? It's a brand new stadium with a lot of passionate fans.
Right. It is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful stadium, and the franchise has been a great example in how you extend the league towards a community that respond that good. I really congratulate them on the way they have been playing in the league since they started. And but saying that, we're going with all the intention to just get in the fight for those 3 points that are so important for us. The boys are very committed with it.
Just the overall health status of the squad. Obviously, Duncan's with the surgery, but was Joran? I don't think we saw him in training this morning.
Right.
Is anything up with him?
Right.
Or just the overall health status of the rest of the players?
They are good. Duncan is following the instructions on his recording, so he will be fine. Jordan is just that yesterday he had a tightness, but we decided just to wait today. But we'll wait to see how the day develops for him, and it'll be fine.
And we've seen Nico as well, kind of fully integrate into the squad.
Yeah.
How much of a positive that's been, knowing that obviously we haven't seen that much of him so far
Right,
this year.
it's true. Nico knows that this first semester was very quiet with many reasons. He was not lucky with his injuries, but he has been working so hard. I have to say that while everybody was resting in these past 4 days, he was working. He knows that he has to have a good semester. He deserves it, and a club that invests on him, and we all just looking forward for that one contribution.
With 2 games this week, possibility that he may have some involvement.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Has been, and he will. I have seen it much more like that player that we brought at the beginning, and again, he's staying away from injury, so that would help him.